Hello, everybody. uh, as you can see, we're doing a little bit more variety content this week. Don't worry, I will get back to Quasimorph eventually. But I've been working on this particular playthrough that I'm about to start for a while now. Uh, Basically, I had a fun little idea for what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. And so I put some. How am I going to phrase this? I put some effort in to making to creating a build with, or not creating a build, planning out a build for a rather unique kind of shenanigans. And it might seem odd to start, but I think as we get along into it, you will see exactly what I mean. And what the hell? Why is... Huh. I could have sworn that I... Whatever. I guess I'm not going to be playing with a controller after all. That's okay. My left hand is now capable of operating the keyboard, so that'll be fun. Boop. What the... Oh, because... Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Just pulling up my little Excel spreadsheet, because that'll make it so I don't spend 1,000,001 years on character creation. All right. Oh wait, and I need to move this out of the way so I can see if people are chatting. Oh right. This is actually going to be an issue, isn't it? Okay, I need to skip that because I don't want to get dinged by I don't want to get dinged by YouTube. Yep, and for that same reason, I'm also not going to be listening to the radio. I know it kind of sucks. I love the radio too, but this is the way life has to go.
You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Well, for that, I've been giving it a little bit of thinking. You see, we have to those who've been following the Quasimorph playthrough, there's a character named Isabella Capet. This is not her. Obviously, she lives in a completely different apocalyptic realm. Any assertions to the contrary are in fact just blatant lies and propaganda.
But you'd better tell me if I left anything out of this. How'd I do?
I forgot. That glorious chin right there. Okay. Boop. I'm not interested in putting too much effort into all of this. So let's grab... You know, let's just randomize until I find something I like. You know what? Good enough. Alright.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered.
Yeah, exactly. You only selected me. You only,
Anymore.
when you built us, or when you reconstructed us, we were a Caucasian man. And I just had to fix it up a little bit.
Why don't you
Good
go
old
down
Doc
here,
Mitchell.
over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Over to the vigor tester. Alright.
Good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Oh, right. Settings. Delete display. General subtitles on. There we go. And let's switch the difficulty up to... Let's go to hard. I don't feel like dealing with any bullet sponges, but I also don't want it to be ridiculously easy, you know? Ah, hey, hello, yo mama's best friend. How's it going? All right. So for this build, so what we're going to be doing today is going to be a little bit on the wacky side, because our objective for this character is going to be eat every consumable item in the game. That's that's her that's her reason for being. We're talking every chem, every yeah, every chem, every whatever nonsense. We can find every food item, including all of the unique ones, which means we're going to have to follow specific quest routes in order to get that. Oh, I've played many, 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 many times. uh, Notably, most of those playthroughs were a couple of years ago, so I'm a bit behind. So I'm not I'm not 100% of that, but I've played through quite a few times, and so we're gonna be. And so for that reason, that's why I'm gonna be doing the wacky stuff this time.
Now that don't make a lick of sense. Seems to me you're the luckiest son of a gun in New Vegas. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Okay, but yeah, so one of the big things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be.
I'm gonna say a word.
Or
I want you to say the first thing that
I've installed one major mod, which does kind of mess with the balance of the game, but I figure I'm going to be spending all of the and that is we're going to be getting a perk every level instead of every other level, and I know that messes with the balance of the game substantially, but we're going to be spending a great deal of those on food perks, so. All right, absolutely, your mama's best friend, or my mama's best friend. I'll I might ask a couple. because the specifically the if you know the locations of the skill books, because I completely forgot to look those ones up. Those don't exist in my on my spreadsheet. Oh, dog, cat,
House.
house, investment, night. It's a shame that I can't select day, because that's what I would have chosen 100%. But let's go with sleep.
Bandit.
Bandit. Stat.
Light.
Dark.
Mother.
Human shield. And you see, that's just unfair, because after you've done it after you've played through a couple of times.
And I reckon that ain't always the best thing. But I guess maybe it depends.
After you know that that's an option, that's always the first one that comes to mind.
Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Strongly disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
This will also be a strongly disagree, because we're going to be leaning on, particularly in the early game, we're going to be leaning on Eddie and Cass pretty hard, because we're not going to be having any of those stats. Oh shoot, what did I just say? Or what did you? No opinion. I wasn't listening.
I'm sorry to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Absolutely agree.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
A two-headed ant.
Okay. How about this one?
Last one. And you know, I see a lot of people get confused about this, and so I've actually stared at this for a while, trying to like look at all of them, and I know what most people, they're looking at like the black shadows, and that's why they get the two bears high-fiving, right? But like the bearded man, you know, eyeball, mouth, beard, mushroom cloud, a light in the darkness, the lucky 38, or a light bulb, or whatever, right? But I'm gonna go with the bearded man. That's the most visible to me. Oh, do melee? That's actually exactly what I'm going to be doing. So I'm gonna be doing melee with thrown weapons as the ranged option, and hopefully that works. But what I'm going to be melee weapons, survival, and what was the last one? Oh shoot, I have, why is, okay, explosives, that's right. Okay. Boop. There we go. My my Excel spreadsheet somehow minimized.
Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Yeah, so for this one, because we're going to be doing melee combat, but we're going to be having an issue of not having very many skill points to spare. So I'm going to be taking heavy-handed to hopefully make up for our stat issues. And then the other one I'm going to be taking is Hoarder. And that's because I'm going to be setting some... how do I feel about glitches? I don't have strong feelings about them one way or the other. I am known to use a couple of them on my own on my own, like the switching to third person to so that way you can open up a door from the other side or grab something from the other side of the door. Uh, but I don't really go out of my way to make use of them or search for them. That being said,
These are yours. Was all you had on you?
I know some like
I hope you don't mind.
the skilled one to just
I thought it might help me find an
get an extra boost, or if you use it do it properly, get like max out all of your skills at the very beginning of the game. I'm aware of their existence and I've played playthroughs with them, but I'm not going to be doing that this time because
ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't
so I don't
pick on you for lacking models.
to answer your question, I won't be using them a lot this playthrough, but on my own,
And she hardly wore it after we left.
I frequently use them. Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Hardcore mode? Yes, absolutely. So we are playing the Epicurean playthrough, right? So we're going to be trying to eat everything. Consume one of every consumable item in the game. But notably, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be role-playing as someone who hates to waste food. So I'm going to be establishing a simple rule, which is that if there is food that I loot, or that I'm capable of looting, like I'm looting if I'm like looting a fridge and it's not stealing, I have to pick up all the food items. And once food enters my inventory, I have to either eat it or sell it. There is no dropping food items. And it might seem weird. It's going to have some mild gameplay implications. As for good or bad, I am going to be evil as fuck. Because due to that aforementioned eat everything thing, that will include people. So at level 4, I am going to be taking the cannibalism perk. And if I kill a guy, I've got to eat him.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me.
Hell yeah. I'm always so disappointed that I can't get... I'm always so disappointed that I can't get her as a actual companion. I'm sure there's a mod for it, but... Alright. Waste not, want not. That's true.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Oh, that's right. Boop.
Try crouching down and stand. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
Oh, but I
Tell you
did.
what,
The sarsaparilla bottles had it coming.
From our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Alright, I'm
Follow
in.
me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Alright. And so, another one of the things that I'm going to be doing as part of this playthrough is I'm going to be powering through the perks like Old World Gourmet, uh, Tribal Wisdom, things like that. Nuka Chemist. I'm going to be getting every perk in the game that allows me to have that allows me to craft food. Oh, right. Let's grab this guy. And man, the game feels so lonely without the radio, but I don't want to put it on for fear of YouTube Sama striking me down. Not that I think they'd pay attention to something like me, as small as me, but you never know, right? I wonder if there's a mod that can swap it out for royalty-free music. That way, at the very least, I'll have something to listen to. Oh, is she? Did they not spawn until after I talked to her? I guess I never actually bothered to test that.
See? You're getting the hang of.
Oh, that's right. I never had to test it because I've usually used guns.
It'd be worth it. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. Come with.
Because if you have a gun or a ranged weapon, then you're going to, then she's just going to start the conversation automatically. So actually, I wonder. Let's see.
Come on.
Gecko meat. Gecko egg.
Holy moly.
All right, thank you. Cannibalize Caesar, Mr. House, and the King and President Kimball. That's exactly, yes, that's exactly, there were a couple of things that prompted me to do this one, and that was,
Now that was some good work.
that was exactly it.
Bring those on back to me.
We'll get cooking. I am, and I've got a couple of ideas. I don't know which of them are going to, are actually going to stick through. Like, I might just, I've got a couple of ideas, but I might forget about them when the time comes. So we'll just, I'll just try to remember them. Oh, right. But before I grab the Brock flower and Xander root, I'm going to need to stop by the shop because I need a shovel. And boop. Oh, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Yeah. There's another thing that prompted me to, or a couple of happy surprises that I found while researching to do this whole thing was I found a couple of like unique food items that only exist in like one or two places of the game that either aren't tagged to quests or can only be performed in specific portions of specific quests or things like that. And that's honestly what made me more excited to do it, because if I hadn't learned about those, I probably would have given up on it about halfway through.
If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not.
Yeah.
Candy.
You know what I'm saying. All right. Okay. This is going to be an interesting shovel. That's what I need. Oh, right. And I'm kind of torn about what kind of armor I should be wearing. I'm half tempted to go with light armor, because light armor is just very good in this game. But power armor just has aura, you know? Actually, since I have... Now that I think about it, because I'm going to have such a high survival, the Venom might actually be a decent option to keep on me. Because 150 damage, that's a lot. Huh, I never considered that. Alright. I don't really need dynamite or the grenade rifle. Alright. Oh, and CR Ranger. That's right. That. If we're talking about drippy. Yeah. I don't know how I could have forgotten about that. Alright, let's get rid of that. Oh. You know, I never did actually think about using a shovel as a melee weapon. To me, it was always just the thing that you use to rob graves. But, Alright, I think that's enough. Boop.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy now.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And that means I could take... I can't remember which perk it is. Obviously, I won't be able to select any... So, basically, all of my perks are going to be pre-selected. They're going to be predefined up until, like, level 24. So I won't really be able to take it until after that point. But that will allow me to get the one that gives me, like, 10% extra movement speed with light armor. And that'll be nice. And hop, hop, hop. Oh, it's medium. Okay, so I won't be able to take that one, that perk, but you know, the things we do for drip. Oh yeah, there are also going to be a couple of other things. Like usually when I'm doing it like an optimized run of this game, I'll be like, okay, I gotta make sure that I have my repair up to XYZ by this level so I can get Eddie, or so that way I can repair the uh, uh, the thing in Good Springs, the radio. That's right. Okay. But because we're going to be so single-mindedly focused on foodstuffs, we're going to be missing out on a lot of that stuff. Right. Found the snow globe. Yes! And particularly the ones that that can be found in Lonesome Road, those are going to be a little bit harder for me because although I've played through Lonesome Road, I've only I spent a lot of time running away from things in that in that DLC. So we'll man, these guys just leaving food out. Yeah, it also means I'm going to have to actually go out of my way to talk to people like I think it's the Great Khans, who will give you the chem recipes. So getting things like slasher instead of, all right, what was I doing here? The Brock flour. There we go. Yeah. And I'm actually going to have to at least temporarily ally myself with the NCR, because there's the medical bag that one of the smuggler guys have that you can only get through his quest. So we're gonna need to temporarily ally with them, only to assassinate Kimball anyway, so that way we can eat him. Hello, Victor. How's it going? These guys. I wish I had a longer weapon. These guys are so tiny. Alright, and I don't think I'm actually going to have enough. Yeah, so I'm going to have to talk to... Actually, unless... What's my... Science is at 19. Okay, so if I if I read the Programmer's Digest, then that'll give me enough to play the terminal game. Boop. This is actually going to be kind of cool because I very rarely actually use the magazines, because all of the ones that I consider important, I just rank those skills up to 100 anyway. So it's going to be kind of cool to just play suboptimally like this. Okay. I think that's... Gunners. Okay, the ERS ones. Let's see. Okay, so we know that it doesn't end in ERS. So that's... But it could be mastery. Let's see. No, because then that has TER. Can't be that one either. Okay. Can't be gangers. Can't be... It could theoretically be that one. Yep, okay. Disengage the lock. Hell. And the stealth boy. That's going to come in handy. Now the real question, though, is... Before we go with the... At least for this beginning portion, should we side with Goodsprings or the Powder Gangers? I do genuinely like Goodsprings, but on the other hand, if I side with the Powder Gangers, that'll make it easier to get into the NCRCF later on. Oh, have I ever played a game called Franbo? I have not. That's a... what is it? I've never even heard of that game. You know what I'm talking about. You know, actually, I think this, did I leave that there? Or is that, or did Sunny just leave food? That's just utterly unacceptable. All right, Miss
Let
Sunny.
me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. All right now.
Grabbing some healing powder, which actually, because of our high, again, because of our high survival, might actually be reliable. And of course, we got to make bloatfly sliders and gecko steaks. Might as well just get those out of the way. Just that way we don't have to circle back to get them. It's a bit...
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench. Well, I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor.
It's very cute. Oh, that's... Oh, hand-drawn animation style. Okay. That actually sounds really cool. I really like the games that double down on that kind of artsiness. You know, oh, actually, a game that I really want to get back to playing is Sky Children of Light. Just because it's one of those also done in a very cutesy style, but the latter half of that game is just... I don't know if I've ever been quite so terrified to cross a 10-foot chasm as I have playing that game. It wants you to play 2-player, and if you don't, you feel it. It's perfectly doable 1-player, but a companion goes a long way.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out. Hello.
But yeah, as for friend Bo, I might actually have...
Well, you've been causing
I'm
quite
real
a stir.
I'm real
Glad I
tempted
finally got to meet you.
to play that, because that sounds fun.
Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lay low. We didn't actually
Have I played any of the
expect
Stalker
anyone
games?
to come after
No, I've seen gameplay of it, limited gameplay, and that's one of the games that I really want to play. It's just it keeps slipping my mind. Every time I've got a spare bit of pocket change, and I'm looking for games to play, it just never pops up in my mind. But it looks a lot of fun.
Cobb hasn't exactly been looking for Ringo too hard. I think he's afraid that Ringo will ambush him, which is probably true.
Oh, I do need to side with Ringo, because I think he gives me the caravan lunch for siding with him. You're right. Yes. So.
You mean murder him? That's not our way. Even if Cobb is scum, he can bluff. He's holed up.
Alright.
Not much, other than there were a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument. Merchants avoid that.
Yes. Oh, right. And it's Fallout and Rush with the difficulty of Dark Souls. It's the hardest game. Yes, I am a huge Soulsborne fan. I say that, but I've never actually beaten Bloodborne. I've gotten to the final boss of Bloodborne a million times, but I don't think I've ever actually beaten... No, I've beaten Gehrman, but on the run that I beat Gehrman, I had the blah blah blah, the umbilical cords, and I didn't defeat the moon presence afterwards. But in the one that I didn't have the the thing, I didn't beat Gehrman. So technically, I've never actually beaten the game. But I've beaten all the others. Okay.
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip.
Alright. Show me what you have for sale. Okay. Because I think fixing things might be a good thing to buy. Pre-war money. I need to keep all of this stuff.
Another satisfied customer. Sure.
Alright. So she did in fact have that. So, repair. I don't know if she always has it, but there we go.
Feeling thirsty?
No. Okay. Orphan of Kosk. Yeah. Let's see. So I needed 45 survival and 25 explosives. Oh, and I have one extra skill point that I... Huh. Okay. So in that case, I'll plop it into melee weapons, I guess? Yeah, okay. Might as well. Actually, thank you. My throat is starting to get a little parched. I've got a water bottle right here. But overall, my day is going absolutely great. Alright, 25% addiction resistance, health bonus from... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I am... It's hard to describe, but a lot of really good shit happened yesterday. And that just kind of carried over to today. So, although today technically might have been pretty meh, all things considered, I'm just in a great mood because this has been a great week. Yeah. How about how about yourself? What have you been getting up to? Vending machine. Gotta grab that sunset sarsaparilla. Okay.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's not do a caravan. I know that caravan isn't actually that bad, but it's a I just don't wanna. All right.
I'm gonna lay low for as long.
All right.
All I've got left
I want
over
your,
is a handful of caps. But you get me out of this, and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
All right.
We
I want your lunchbox, so I'm gonna have to to help you take down these powder gangers. In and out of the hospital for a couple of days. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Was it serious or I mean, clearly, if you're in and out of the hospital, it's gonna be serious. But was it like life-threatening serious, or was it like this is gonna be inconvenient for a while serious?
start.
Let's take that whiskey. And yeah. But yeah, I was yeah, I'm actually technically playing this with a with a broken wrist. Uh it's I'm past the worst of it so far. But
Hey,
yeah, I'm past the worst of it. But it's
Feeling
been
thirsty? I can take care of that.
about 6 weeks since I broke it. So I was in a cast for a while, and now I'm only in a brace, so I can finally start playing games like this again. Oh, what was I? Oh yeah, Sunny.
Howdy. Hi there. Sticking around good.
Yes.
Not in Good
First, let's
Springs,
grab
no.
that for the locksmith's
Most of what's in
reader.
there is, if you want. Oh. I know
All
Wesley
right.
Pete's got a stock of. A silver.
All right. Trudy, Chet, and Easy Pete. I don't think. Wait, actually, I leveled up to. Actually, I'll actually be able to convince Easy Pete this time.
howdy.
Holy cow! This is. This doesn't happen very often in my playthroughs to just go, oh hey, Easy Pete, can I have some dynamite? It was potentially life-threatening, but now it's just taking a big pill twice a day for a few days. That's just to keep it best. Ah. Ah, yeah. One of my buds was in a situation similar to that a couple weeks ago. Went to Spain and picked up something nasty there.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. Seems like wherever... Oh, I'm not much good in a fight.
Alright. Thank you for the stim packs, Mr. Doc. Okay, what was the next one? Chet, but there's no way I'm going to be able to convince him because I don't have... Oh, wait, actually, I might be able to convince Chet. I'll just have to talk to Trudy again.
So you're planning on taking on...
Alright. Meeting people. Do you have... Yes, Salesman Weekly. Excellent. Oh, wow. The healing effect from Old World Gourmet is actually pretty big. Okay.
Another satisfied customer.
Okay. Alright, Trudy. I hope you don't die, because I kind of prefer you stay alive. But on the other hand, it doesn't really matter. Yes, book of meeting people or whatever it's... Yes! I picked up that, and that'll be enough to deal with Trudy. For Chet, I'm going to need barter, though. So that'll be Salesman Weekly.
You looking to buy some supply? Now just hold.
Boop.
You made your point.
Hell yeah. Alright. Let's see what... Because I'm going to sell some of the stuff back to you. I don't need the shovel anymore. And actually, I'm going to keep the leather armor because I'll use that to fix the lightweight leather armor. Unfortunately, all of this, selling all of the unnecessary stuff, although it's making me a decent amount of money, it does mean that I'm getting penalties to my stats because of my hoarder trait, but that's okay. Let's see, this is all stealing, right? Yeah, I don't necessarily need to steal. You know, I had, for a long time, and before I, like, really paid attention to Fallout New Vegas, I just kind of assumed that like honey mesquite stuff that you find at the supermarket was a thing called mesquite and honey, like individually. Oh, my favorite feature in Fallout New Vegas. Ah, that's a hard question. Think I think my favorite feature about of Fallout New Vegas specifically is that, with the exception of children, uh, there's no essential tag, right? So whatever it is that you do, the game will progress, and that's something that I think is really cool. But if by feature you're referring to like a mechanic specifically, like, oh shoot, what did I accidentally dropped something. Stop. Wait, okay. Oh, I didn't have. Oh, oops. All right, let's see if I have anything that can make up the difference. Perception boosts. Let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So Mentas would get me some of the way there. Nope. Okay, that's fine.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to...
But yeah, as far as like
Well,
what I appreciate like mechanically
Come
about the
look
game, I think the crafting mechanic is fascinating, but not my favorite.
Oh,
Maybe. Yes, exactly. The fact that only Yes Man is essential. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that you can kill him, but he comes back, is the thing. Yeah. Oh! This has to be my favorite like actual physical mechanic is damage threshold, because in Fallout 3 the fact that you only have what is damage resistance in this game is criminal. So having the flat damage reduction and the damage resistance is huge for quality of life. Vilified. Bloop. No, I'll just take it all.
I owe you a huge favor for this. I did...
Oh, I guess I was wrong about giving me the caravan lunch. That's... Okay. Oh well. I suppose it doesn't matter at the end of the day anyway. This is just the beginning quest. It barely has consequences. I'm going to take all of this shit because I need to get my weight up. There we go. That should be enough to get rid of those penalties. Nope, not yet. What? 160 pounds. So I just need a little bit more. That's true. DR and DT. Yeah. Yeah. It actually the DR and DT actually confused the hell out of me when I first started, or like on my very first playthrough, because with Fallout 3, you could take the dinky starting pistol and theoretically kill just about everything with it, right? It was oh, I also like how they show you the differences between damage and DPS, but my favorite different ammo types and the ammo creation mechanics. Yes. Oh my god, yes. The fact that I've actually that like the crates of like surplus ammo actually have a place is kind of cool. It's not like a big place because if you know what you're doing, making money isn't that hard. Uh, although it might be a little bit harder in this one, owing purely to the fact that I have no luck and the barter that I have is the barter that I'll have. But anyway, back on topic. Is yeah, the fact that you can spend more money for expendable for better ammo during specific fights or whatnot is excellent. Sir, I think you forgot to. Oh, I've never actually used cat eye. Oh, this sucks. But that means it's off the. It's we get to mark this one off the list. We no longer have to use cat eye. Oh shit. That sucks. But also shoot coins, beanbags, dragon breath rounds. Yeah. You know, I'm just going to wait until this thing wears off. This cat eye sucks. Okay. Ow. Boop. Okay, let's. But yeah, there we are. Yeah, I on my first successful playthrough of the game, I used, as you might expect, the anti-material rifle because it's just so good, right? And the fact that you could get like the extra penetrating rounds or this explosive ammo is that was just so much fun. It was completely unnecessary, right? That weapon is so strong it didn't need the weapon mods, but it didn't need the ammo types, but it had them anyway, and that was something special. Oh, did I put on Fin Gleam? I don't think I know what Fin Gleam is. Oh, right, but I need to explore this way because I'm gonna need to repair Eddie. Brock flower. Man, what game have I been playing? Oh, Barony. Okay. I was wondering, why the hell is my muscle memory telling me to hit spacebar to block? What game have I been playing? Fingleam is unique. Oh, yes. Oh, man, that's been a while. That has been a while. Yeah. Yeah, I have the the uh, the remastered version. I really need to play it. I think that would be popular. People like Oblivion. Yeah. But yes, yeah. Yeah, so I have the remaster. I played a little bit of it, but I have not played any of it on stream, and I didn't get very far. So yeah, that's something that I'm definitely going to have to do because Oblivion was my childhood, man. Oh shoot. Let's You'd watch it. All right, I'll keep that in mind then, because that's something. God dang! Stop getting with the. Okay, I need to get to 30 explosives and 54 survival. Okay. There we go. And I believe with this one, I was going to take. Oh yeah, I was going to take Heave Ho. That's right.
You need to be careful. It's dangerous out here.
I'll try to remember that. I can't bring myself to be mad to to be rude to Victor. I like him. Yeah. But yeah, now that I know that I have one person who'd watch, that makes it a much easier choice about whether to play it or not. Oh, oh, how long ago was my most recent autosave? Please tell me it wasn't that far. Oh, okay, that's right. It wasn't that long ago at all because of the whole cat eye thing. Oh, and I got the same thing happened again. Can't believe I got my ass beat by geckos. What a what a world. That's what we get for or that's what I get for putting my guard down. But yeah, anytime that I'm like watching watching a streamer and they're rude to Victor, it's like I know, one, that he's an NPC, he doesn't mind, and two, that he is absolutely an agent of Mr. House. I'm still, you know, I still get upset about it. Victor Victor ain't doing nothing wrong. Okay. All right. There we go. D4 and 30, right? Yep. And so if you're wondering what the deal is with why I'm leveling up explosives despite not actually using explosive weapons, it's because I figure it's only yeah. I figure it's only right that in a melee build focused around food, or rather in a gameplay focused around food, that we should be using the weapon, the shish kebab. And so that's just so we're going to be getting our explosive skill up, so that way we can get that extra damage on fire weapons perk. And let's save. Victor would give you the metaphorical shirt off his back, not because he's programmed. Exactly. He's just the most genuine of all Robo Bros. The Brobot himself. And there we go. I've never actually used Heave Ho. The projectile speed is actually insane with it. That's nuts. Shish kebab and I never even considered the rolling pin. Oh my god, you're right. And the rolling pin is probably is probably a holdout weapon. You are actually a genius. Oi, don't miss. Oh my god, you're right. You're right. I didn't consider that either. I just thought it was cool because uh I was I was with the character when I was originally thinking through the game. I was initially considering God damn, what was her? Yeah, I named the character Casabella Isbet. Most definitely not after the the character Isabella Capet from Quasimorph, which I've also been doing a playthrough of. So it definitely wasn't by that. I promise. So so the fact that it just happens to work out that way uh, is pretty excellent. Ow. Repair 23 or higher. Okay, now let's drink some more of those sunset sarsaparillas. Hello again, Victor.
You need to be careful. It's dangerous out here. Heck, I can smell trouble a mile away. See that you do. I saved your life, so I kind of... Well, happy trails then.
Alright, happy trails, Victor. I'll see you at literally every major milestone along the way. White horse nettle. Oh yeah, I gotta be on the lookout for plants as well, so that way later on into the thing when I'm looking for foods to eat, I don't have to double back for all of the growing things. Trappy hails. You know, I think Trappy Hails is just what you call it when you're saying hi to Astolfo. Radroach meat. All right, I wasn't expecting to get that quite yet. That is a happy coincidence. Where are all the horses? I like to believe that they were eaten by the death claws. That you know, we haven't really explored any of like the big plains or anything like that. So like once you get to like the Midwestern states and all of that stuff where the horses are, I like to believe that's just roaming bands of death claws as far as the eye can see. And they've taken out all the horses.
Be careful. He's in a tent down the road.
All right. And Now, Mr. Hayes. I have a question for you, sir. Oh, all right. I need to go up here. The question is, do I remember if you're actually important or not? Death class.
I'm Sergeant McGee, but
they're just the perfect size for it, right? One horse could feed a Deathclaw for a Deathclaw family for like, I don't know, a day.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California.
I don't know, maybe a pack of horses could, because the Deathclaw families are they're pretty big.
Mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Not much.
All right. Okay, nope, you don't have a quest. Okay. I could have sworn there was a quest for entering the NCRCF. Oh wait, no, I think that was a quest where if you get into the NCRCF, then you can choose to betray them to the NCR later. Yeah, I think that's how that works. You know, one of the advantages to having a higher explosive stat, though, is I believe that explosives increases the amount of time it takes for landmines to go off. So that'll actually be somewhat helpful as we go through. That'd be a meal for a death. 4 horses for a family of 3 death. I don't really like that, sir, but if this is the only option available to me, then I guess that's just the way life goes. Hello, Daniel. Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white vans. Alright, let's go with the... No. I don't need to go into the Vicky and Vance Casino. I'll talk to what's-his-name after the fact. Oh, wait. I'm gonna need... I forgot I was going to go to the canyon wreckage first, because I need... I'm gonna need scrap metal and a sensor, right? Whack, chopping that meat. Alright, repair with parts. Scrap metal, sensor modules, scrap electronics. Okay, that should... Okay. Canyon wreckage... Oh wait, no, the canyon wreckage, that was how you get to Lonesome Road. It was somewhere else that I needed to go. Oh well, I'll find that stuff naturally anyway. Gotta... I'm glad that I stopped myself before I got all the way there. you know, as well as the other things that I've mentioned, toughness. Getting the toughness perk is actually going to be pretty valuable. Because as we mentioned, that whole damage threshold thing is going to go a long way towards nice arms. It's going to go a long way towards mitigating the damage that I'm taking. Those actually aren't very valuable to hold on to. This though. Have you played Fallout 1 or 2? They're kind of hard on you. Yes, I've played through both of them, and actually, a couple weeks ago, I tried playing Fallout 2 here on stream, but it did not perform particularly well. So unless so I probably won't be playing it on stream again, but I am a huge fan of them. They're lots of fun.
Anybody there?
Yeah. The lady who gives you the wasteland omelet recipe in this game is actually descended from one of the characters from Fallout 2, which I think is just a lovely little touch. Rat meat. Excellent. Yeah, I know and also, so the first time that I played Fallout 1, I decided to go full strength, and I was like, I don't need agility, because I didn't know, anything about how it worked, until suddenly I played through with 1 agility and died to like a rat, or like the literally the first enemy of the first game, and I was like, okay, well, this was bad. The bison stew.
You like that?
Flamethrower, dude. None of this. Actually, you know what? I should probably, just casually scrolling through my inventory while I'm on fire. It's just normal. Hashtag just wasteland things. Let's see. Do I have any medics? I don't have any medics. Okay, that's unfortunate. Alright, this will just have to do then. Oh, well.
You like that?
Where did... Yeah. Yeah, more than anything else, I think agility is the most valuable stat. Like, there are arguments to be made about the importance of the other stats, of course, but agility is the undisputed winner. You have to get those action points up every way you can. Maybe I should start throwing some of this dynamite. I mean, I might as well, right? All right. Now that I'm here. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. That's a mood. That running away from really every random encounter. There was a lot of running away going on there. Oh, and thanks for the refrigerator. Atomic cocktail.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers. Well, I'm deputy. I'd be most great.
You know what? I'll set you free. You are absolutely going to die if I brought you along. So I'll just let you stick around. Yeah, I think on my the very first time that I played Fallout 2 and like made serious progress, I was actually just hard stopped by Horrigan. He was he was way more than I was capable of handling at that time in the game. Yes, I'm on hard. Yeah. It's also one of the other things that's going to really be strange is that all of this random food stuff that I'm finding as I eat it, that's going to like pump up my rads. So I'm going to be spending a fair amount more on rad treatments than I do in a typical game. Although I actually haven't picked up very many foodstuffs yet. Not that it's not gonna happen, because it will. It just hasn't come up yet. But the game is still young, and I haven't walked into a vault yet. I don't need these. I don't need the cigarettes. What am I doing? And I wonder. But one thing that's actually going to be really cool, really thematic, at the very least, is that Rose of Sharon Cassidy. She's got a the perk that she gives you extra benefits from drinking whiskey. So that's actually going to be really on brand. Oh, Did you know that there's only one entity in the game that has the name tag of Raider? He's already dead when you find him. Oh, yes! Well, I did not know that because I didn't know that that one with the name tag of Raider existed at all. That actually makes that substantially more interesting. The fact that there is one. Yeah, I'm gonna start throwing. Oh, but that dynamite is so valuable. Never mind. I want to sell those dynamites. Oh, DPS 33. Okay, yep. Gonna keep with the broad machete, but this is I'm gonna need to get this thing repaired. Boop. And is it? Oh, a lead pipe. All right. I found a replacement weapon.
You like that?
Bonk. Fucking explode, bitch. All right. Now, I mean, I guess I do have a weapon repair kit that'll go a long way. But I don't need to right now. I'm gonna chug some whiskey. Oh, I've already become a. Wow, ain't that a thing? Ain't I got the alcohol resistance perk, and the first alcohol that I have fucking gets me addicted. That's just kind of funny. Cassidy and I were made for each other. Yeah. Oh, well, we know that there is at least a connection between the two, because you can find the Wasteland Survival Guide in New Vegas. So at the very least, there's some amount of trade going on.
What was that?
Hey! Had enough? Had enough?
Fucking break your kneecaps. Alright, where? Oh, there you are. Okay. The plot thickens. Alright. So this is level 4, so this is the one that I get cannibal. I just need to get my survival up to 60 and my sneak up to 21. And I have an extra skill point. Let's... Alright, into melee weapons. Boop. There we go. And so begins our journey. This is gonna get interesting when it comes to Freeside and people are just fucking dying left, right, and center every time. Well, yeah, when people are just dying left, right, and center, because now I'm gonna have to find a way to spirit their body away so I can eat them. And there's that. You know, I'll drop the metal armor. There we are. All right. Where are you, sir? There you are. The good news, though, of playing through like this is that I'm always going to be topped up on health. So that'll be nice. Oh, this is gonna. Actually, this might get a little tedious, but you know, in the name of the game, it'll be fine. I'll just have to. Yeah. So one of the things that I am going to do, though, with once I get the whole you can take the meat off of a person's body, I won't have to go through that whole animation. I'll just be able to shove their meat in my backpack and move on. I won't force myself to eat the whole body right there and then once I have that. And additional ammo types. Yeah. I mean, they Obsidian had to work with what they had, right? They're they were already on a tight timeline. So yeah, I don't blame them at all for doing that kind of thing. Oh, right. Doctor's bag. Oh. Suffering from whiskey withdrawals. I found some scrap metal. That's one. Psycho Red X. Excellent. I need all of those. 19-month time crunch. Where's that? I know, right? Yeah, it was low carat gold purely due to the whole crashing issues and all that stuff, but it's amazing what they managed to do with such little time. I have a basically every time that I play through another modern RPG, and I can't, and we're so, and you get so limited on who you can interact with and how. and like the lack of themes and all that stuff, it's
I don't know what it was.
it boggles my mind.
Youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Let's see.
Are you welcome to try?
All right. I need. Okay, well, that's right. Show delivery order.
Well, for that, your best bet.
Okay. And now,
Hey, youngster.
you tell me. There we go. Have anything for sale? Right, exactly. Getting a games are a lot of hard work. So being able to pump out something like this in such little time is nothing short of a miracle. Okay. Does he have food in his inventory? Am I allowed to sell food to him? Yes, he sells mantis, so I'm allowed to sell food to him. But most of these other things I haven't eaten. Get that cat eye out of here. But yeah, so whenever a developer uses any kind of shortcut, it doesn't really bother me too much, because like pre-existing engines, yeah, if you have one available, use it. That's what they're for. Let's sell. Gauntlet. Actually, I don't want to sell dynamite just yet because there are other things. Okay, let's see what age you've got. Banana Yakov. Right, exactly. Grilled mantis, pinion nuts, squirrel stew, tales of chivalry. All right, scrap metal. I need 2 scrap electronics and I think 2 scrap sensor and 2 electron and 2 sensors. But that brings it closer. Actually, I wonder. Let's check your miscellaneous stuff, because if I can just... No. Damn. Alright, so let's just buy a stim pack. So that way I can get rid of some of this other shenanigans. There we are.
Thanks.
Later, Gator.
Howdy.
All right, Mr. Beagle.
Well, that was quite an adventure. Breaking myself out of a hostage situation. Not to diminish your role in it. Problem is, there's
Still no law in print. What are we?
Oh no. I'm a deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of command.
You know, I am always flip-flopping about whether I truly see and understand Beagle from the core of my being, or whether I want to throw him into a dumpster. I am always one of the two. It's never it's never like, oh, I'm okay with Beagle's all right. It's always dumpster or nah, I gotcha. I wouldn't want to do that job either. I'd be sitting on my ass too. Oh, right, and then what's her name? I'll have to come back here later with Rad Scorpion poison glands, so I can get that Rad Scorpion. What was it? Casserole? Stingers? Whatever. The food from this place. Mm-hmm. All right. You know what? I am going to use the weapon repair kit. There we go. It's not a great deal, but I'm about to get into a fight. And they have guns, and I do not. But I do have... No, I don't want to use... Yes, I do.
Take cover!
Wow, Heave-Ho really improves the range on this stuff.
What the hell? What have you done?
Kablamo. All right, and that saves a couple more pounds. Oh, no, I didn't want... I accidentally hit A and ended up taking all anyway. Whatever. Since I have it, that means I can just repair later. At a highway patrol station. But first...
Come on!
Had enough?
Get fucked. Oh! I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't realize that there was a... that beating them to death with a lead pipe progressed that questline. That's a good way for me to get some extra experience. And I should probably heal.
Hey! Come on! You like that?
Yes. Get shit on. Medics. Alright. That's what I want to see. With enough medics, anything is possible. Oh, actually, you know, one thing that I could do is I can check to see if there's a mod that fixes the movement speed buff associated with certain perks. Like there are a whole bunch of perks that exist that supposedly increase your movement speed that are just straight up broken. So I could do that and then use the Old World Blues stealth outfit. That could be kind of fun. I mean, that's going to be way down the line, obviously, but Hydra. I don't think I've ever actually used Hydra. Hydra's the... Yeah. There's also another one that I haven't used. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Back Alley Jet. Oh, concurrent viewers are gone. Oh, okay. I didn't notice that you left, although it makes sense because you went from very active to not. Oh, shoot. I forgot to eat these guys. All right. Well. Oh, right. I don't need to be sneaking until I actually get to the thing. Now I wonder. I wonder how much that actually... I wonder how much that actually decreases my karma. Because I got a decent amount of good karma from all of the good deeds that I've done. It's in general. Ah. There we are. Okay, I'm still good. And we'll see if that stays true after I've eaten up all of these bodies. You know, I can guarantee you that YouTube hates this. That YouTube hates talking about the whole cannibalism thing. Oh, there you are. Gonna grab that. Gonna get that dine and dash perk pretty soon with whole eating everything. I wonder why eating people doesn't irradiate you. Because I mean, they obviously they won't be as irradiated as everything else. So I suppose there is that. But actually, I don't know. I don't know if it would make more sense for it to be a thing or to not be a thing. So I'll just let it. I'll just let it go. And there are a bunch of ants out there, which I will be killing. They have delicious eggs and meat and jelly, so they're gonna be going down. The only question is what? Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone. Without a beat in my heart. Without a love of my own. Alright. Oh, there's food. Alright. Gotta rescue the potatoes. Agave fruit and pinion nuts. There we go. And I know that there is food right over there. I will be rescuing that too. Don't you worry. As long as I'm around, there ain't a single drop of food that will go unrescued. Drop of food? Slab of food? Piece of food? But before I do that, Jeez. Okay. Before I do that, I gotta make it up here. Without a beat in my heart, without a love of my own. Huh. I feel like I've missed something on the way up, but that's okay. That's okay. The Unification Monument. Fuck yeah.
Watch out.
Watch out. For what? Why are you running? Why are you running? What time is it? Okay. Evening. Even star. Odd planet. That's a stupid joke. And I don't expect anyone to get it. But
Caravan, citizen, pilgrim, or...
you know, I can 100% relate to this dude. His eyes are dead. All of the eyes are dead in this game, but his guy, I understand his.
Just need something for the logbook, keeping tabs on traffic throughout the outpost. Although mostly just in, not out these days. If you're looking for the...
Alright. Get ahead. Oh.
Alright.
I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. Alright, what was the broad machete? That was the one that I needed repaired. Alright, Lacey.
New face in the outpost. Must have come from the north. So, what do you have?
Well, I was hoping to trade and offload some of my shit. Oh, yeah, no, not the broad machete. The cleavers. Oh, wait, actually, before I do this...
Background?
yeah, and let's see... Do you have... You do not. Okay, that's fine. Now that I have had wine, I am a very charismatic boy, which gives me a marginal discount I say marginal, but it's actually reasonable. It's going to be like something like 3-4%. It is a sizable amount of extra money. Single shotgun, tire iron, varmint rifle. Okay, actually, that's not too bad, all things considered. Mantis egg, I'm gonna keep. I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure that that's part of a thing, right? A recipe. There we go. Let's sell that wrench. And let's sell 1,000,000 rounds of ammo. All right. And now I am pretty sure okay, yeah, let's get that. Nope, don't have anything particularly interesting to me. Unless you happen to have a weapon that I can use. That I can use and is worth my time to use is the... Oh, what the hell? Why did... Okay. My chat thing suddenly broke. But it's back now, so it's all fine. Machete. Okay, I could dig. I don't need a machete. Alright. One more stick of dynamite, and that'll be enough. 2,700 caps already. You know what? I was slightly worried about the money that I might have in this run, but it's not going to be an issue. By the time that I get to New Vegas, I'll have enough to buy Gehenna, and that's pretty much all that I'm going to need to buy for the entire game. So, oh wait, there's a. I remember there is a book here. Or a skill book here. I think I could be mistaken. It was in one of these guys, right? I might be wrong. Oh yes. Oh, it's stuck in cover though. Okay, let's see. Is there... There we go. And I'm going to not read it just yet, but it's going to be Actually, is that a magazine or is that a skill book? I can't remember. Yes, okay. So I'm going to save that until I have comprehension.
Heard your footsteps coming up the ramp. You a courier?
Depends on the
I
work.
think there's trouble in Nipton. No traffic from there on the roads. And while I can explain that away, the smoke from the town I can't.
All right.
Evening.
Major
Back
night.
again, I see.
Oh wait, I needed to talk to what's his nuts, Mr. Jackson.
Looks like
That's
we
it.
got a new visitor in the old Brahmin.
Anyway, I can
Hell, no. I need.
deal. Let's clear out some ants.
Patrol in the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
I wonder, is there anything in these? No. Okay. Oh, right, and there's also a skill book. There's the big book of science in the NCRCF, which, while not huge by its... Actually, it will be somewhat huge, won't it? Because my current skills for science are 15, 16, 17, if once we account for the... Actually... Because my intelligence is only 6 right now because I've got a whole bunch of penalty. Holy shit, where are... Yeah, -2, -3. Okay. What the hell? Oh, that was... Okay, that was that sound was from outside my house. Okay. But anyway. So what was I looking at? Okay. Science, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That would mean that with my next extra skill point, I'd be able to get it up to 25, which means I would be able to open up easy things for only a single point investment, right? So that's huge. Okay. Ow. I kind of want to beat that guy to death with a lead pipe, but for now, we're going to explore here, save all of the food, and then move on. How I completely forgot. I could have sworn that there was a rest stop, like right here. Okay, yeah, I'm terribly mistaken. It was to the left of something. Oh wait, no, that's... Ah, shit. Okay. Bug Stomper, excellent. Oh, and the Rad Scorpion Poison Gland, that will... Well, that's what I need to get that extra food. Oh god. Wine has worn off. The Mesquite Mountains campsite. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, this is actually going to be a problem. Alright, let's poison the lead pipe. That's going to be valuable. Then I'm going to need some food, like the squirrel stew and these sunset sarsaparillas. And a stim pack, because I do not have any poison resistance, which I should have grabbed, but it slipped my mind. Oh, no. Okay. Actually, that's a big problem. Okay. Okay. So what am I gonna do? I think I'm going to be glad that I saved that dynamite. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, 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 no. Okay. Stim pack, stim pack. Alright, turbo it is, because that is... Alright. Oh no. Well... Yep, this is gonna hurt, but it's gonna kill the rad scorpion. Oh, never mind. It's gonna kill me because I didn't realize that this car explodes too. I thought this card was already pre-exploded. Well, that's fine. It wasn't that far. I didn't lose that much progress. I pretty much just lost the fight with the rad scorpions. But that's actually going to be a bit of an issue, because their damage threshold is higher than the base damage of any of my shit. Wait, I should have just used Psycho. I have Psycho. And Medics. You guys saw nothing. But yeah, Psycho, Medics, Turbo, and I'll just run through them. That is if they're still there. They probably are. They probably are. Yeah. And this fight would also be substantially easier if I was actually investing points into my, weapon skill, but we don't do that here. Alright, sounds like my nephew's here. Okay. Turbo. Psycho and Medics. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, even without... Oh fuck. Nope, that's... Okay. 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 This is actually really doable. Wine has worn off. The scorpions come back. Oh, fuck. What? Okay. Yeah, I need better weapons to deal with this. Crippled a stinger, that's fine. And now I'm going to need to use this purified water. Okay. This is no... Now the question is, are these guys going to come back? Yes, they are. All right. Get exploded, bitch. Okay. Ow. That's okay. Doing great work. As long as I don't die, it'll all be fine. Come on, you stupid scorpions. Come over here and fight me. I'd say like a man, but I'm not exactly fighting honorably as we know it, and they aren't men. They are bugs. Fight me like a bug. Fight me bug to bug. Uh-oh. Okay, that's it. No, don't run that way. Run this way. Closer to me. Yes, good, good. Oh, hello, giant rad scorpion. I would prefer if you were not there. And I am running a little bit low on stuff, so let's have some of that. And okay. Now that I'm here, I'm going to save because I did some good work, but now I need to finish them off with a hatchet or a machete rather. So Brad Scorpion, get back here. Oh, Psycho has worn off. That's not what I want to see right now. Can I block this? I've never actually tried. Oh. Flanked. Flanked by a giant scorpion. Okay, well. That's good. I killed one of them. I think that's fine. I can't leave foodstuffs left uneaten though, so that's going to be an interesting trick. Gotta grab this. Okay. If I can bring it back to camp, then that will be enough. I doubt that... it can stand up to the whole of the NCR. And if it can, then I'm going to get good loot out of it either way. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Oi! Scorpion, get back over here. Going through all the trouble to lead you, the least you could do is follow me to your death. Or are they just coded to not follow me into... Oh, they're coded to not follow... Because the moment that I leave, it comes right back. Okay. That's disappointing, but I understand. But now I need to go and see if they have anything that can help me deal with giant rad scorpions, because it's clear that I have run out of options. It was pretty much just the grenade, or the dynamite, that had any lasting effect on them. I shouldn't have sold it. Whoa, watch out. Whoa.
Background? Just my luck.
Alright. I suppose I really don't want to use a gun, but if they have 10mm rounds that, like special 10mm rounds, I can take them. No, they do not. What weapons do you have? Grenade rifle. I should have kept those as well. Yeah, You really don't have a really good selection, do you?
Whoa!
Why do you guys keep running?
Got business here.
Now I'm aware that this game isn't exactly the like the cream of the crop when it comes to being a stable thing, but they shouldn't be running away from me for no reason, right? Do they somehow know about my cannibalistic tendencies? Oh, what the hell? Huh. Well, I just received a text from a number that I've never met, but
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
wine has worn off. Okay. Okay. I'll have to rescue that food later. Because whatever it is that's going on, it's... Or... I know what's going on. Whatever it takes to kill a giant red scorpion, it's beyond my means at the moment. But I can kill plenty of ants, so that's what I'll do. Actually, I don't know if the giant red scorpions will be there if I just walk in from this area. There we go. One of the unfortunate things about melee combat is that there's not really much value in using VATS. Like, there's some, but not... So it's substantially less. There we go. Alright, ants down. Ammunition box. Yay, money. You know, one of the things that I both liked and disliked about Daggerfall, to those of you who have played it, or I guess, and to those of you who haven't played it, is that money had weight, which wasn't relevant most of the time, right? But when it was relevant, right? Like when you're in a dungeon and 10 of your 150 pounds are being carried up by actual money, it could make a substantial difference. But you could also just drop that stuff off in your cart, so it wasn't huge. But sometimes it would make a difference. Particularly if, because you're carrying 10 pounds of stuff on you. Oh, fuck yes. Vodka. Oh, I can't access the gun cabinet. That's okay. Flour, gumdrops. Boat nectar. But yeah, so it wasn't really that relevant because most of the times where it might be relevant, you could just put it in a bank. But it was it sometimes, yeah, it changed things just enough that I look back on it fondly, even though it annoyed me as often as it didn't, right? Pugilism Illustrated. All right, let's keep that. Let's eat some Salisbury steak. And iguana on a stick. And a gecko steak. Hello, cactus. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, are you a... No, you're a mercenary. Where's your... Usually you accompany a trader or a merchant or a caravan. Where's your caravan? Oh, well. Oh, right. Fuck, I'm gonna fast travel back there because... And I can just fast travel back to the... I don't know why I forgot about it. But anyway. Oh. Hello, Rat Scorpion. You are here again. But what I needed was to see if there was a campfire. Looks like there wasn't. I wasted my time, but that's okay. I will. I didn't waste my time. I found loot. Okay. To the Mojave Outpost. Let's talk to Mr. Jackson.
Appreciate the help. Still requisition form.
All right, a service rifle. That means money. Okay. Now, what was I grabbing after this? God. Every time. Why does this keep minimizing? Okay. 65 survival. 28 sneak. Okay. Oh, but I already invested points into it because of the extra points I didn't have. Which means I could invest that 1 point of that 1 point into science for when I get that thing. I could invest another point into melee weapons because this is what yeah. I've got that. Then I will get not comprehension, but educated. And then comprehension comes later. When does comprehension come? Level 6, I think? Yeah, level 6. And again, this entomologist could be pretty nice. Nah, I'll stick to my plan. Comprehension, so that way I can get squeeze out every skill point possible, because I'm going to need it in order to get all of these all of the crafting recipes. All right. $245. Yeah. You know what? This will be a little bit shorter than I usually go, but I also started at a weird time. Plus, someone's here that I would like to say hi to before they have to go to bed. So I'm gonna call it there, and hopefully you guys will see me on my next journey in whatever it is that I do, be it Fallout, Quasimorph. I'll probably do Quasimorph next. I think I've finally recovered from the salt of that random horrible death. Alright. Alright. Asta pasta. See you later.